Success.
And with that, welcome to the Coaching Crew Show. This is the Burgundy Gold edition of our Coaching Crew Show. Devin and Phil and myself are back each week. And as we discuss different things, today's topic is the current free agent market, or players entering the free agent market. Before we get into things, as always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons located in the bottom right corner of your either phone or screen. That'll automatically subscribe to you so you can get instant updates for every video we release. Also, please feel welcome to comment away. We're starting to receive lots of comments. We do our best to reply back, sometimes banter back, sometimes just have fun with it, and sometimes just give you a serious response depending on which way you go with it. So we do appreciate everybody's interaction, because that's part of our goal, is to make this thing as interactive as possible. Right now, let's go ahead and just jump right in things. I've cut the list down just for our own sake to 10 players. I've chosen the 10. There's more people hitting free agency than just these 10, but we'll start with 10. I'm personally going to take the point of view of how I feel the administrative side and the GM side of things is going to take it from. Devin and Phil can either respond in the same direction as they feel the free agencies of the Washington admin will tackle it, or from their own personal perspectives. We'll find out. That's the beauty of this. And if you feel one way or another about a perspective, please absolutely 100% share your thoughts with us, or tweet your thoughts to us at Coach Crew Show on Twitter as well. We're starting to get really, really active again on Twitter. So lots of things to talk about. Let's start now with who I feel it should be our number one. And this already will probably get two different points of view from Devin and Phil. I think our offensive guard, one of our captains, Brandon Scherff, I think he's a definite must sign. Devin, thoughts?
I personally think we should just let him go, because we have to pay a quarterback. We have to pay a bunch of players, and he's asking for a big contract. We could have made him the highest paid guard last year, but he didn't want that. Nor does he want to be at this organization, I'm pretty sure. I say let him go free. We plug in Wes Schweitzer or someone in there and basically do the same job.
Phil?
Well, we went 7-10 with him. Not very good. We can go 7-10 without him. So I set you free. There, I freed him.
All right. So we got 2 against and 1 for. We'll see how that plays out. Next one. I also feel pretty strongly about this one. J.D. McKissic. I'm in favor of re-signing him. Phil, we'll let you go first on this one.
He's one of my favorite players on the team. When he went out, I think he was the number 1 pass-catching running back in the NFL. I keep forgetting if they classify Deebo Samuel as that anyway. But in my opinion, he's just as dangerous as Deebo Samuel from the 49ers, and you know that they're not going to let him go. Our offensive attack fell apart when J.D. McKissic left. He personally won 2 games. He won the Atlanta game when he played Superman, and then he won another game later on in the year when he scored 2 touchdowns single-handedly and won that game too. He was our offense. I would bring him back. He's not going to cost us a fortune, so go ahead and bring the guy back. He is superhuman.
All right, Devin.
I 100% agree. When he's out there, it's a totally different offense, and he was our second leading receiver on the team. You got to re-sign him. He makes the offense the offense.
All right, next person, one of Devin's favorites, so we'll start with him. Adam Humphries.
I'd personally say if we can get him on a cheap contract, 100% re-sign him. He's that safety net on 3rd, 4th down. But if we have to let him go, I wouldn't be too butthurt.
All right, Phil.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a league mandate that you have a slow white guy at receiver. And we've got Dax Milner in the wings as fits that box that we can check off. Slow white guy. Yep, we got that. So, yeah, we've got slow white guy covered. If not, give me a call. I'm a slow white guy. I can do it.
I feel the same way as both of you guys. I think if you can re-sign them for a penny or two more than what you're doing now, and not
It's
have
called
to
league minimum.
Yeah, then stay with them. But otherwise, it's okay. We can say goodbye. So that's number 3. Having said that, I think I know where Phil's going to go with this one, so we're going to start with him, and then we'll back circle it around. Joey Slye.
Oh, dear God. We finally got a kicker. First time in a decade. Resign Joey Slye. Whatever he wants. Just give it to him. I mean, what can he bench? I just want to know what Joey Slye benches. It's got to be, 400? You think he can bench 400? I think Joey can hit 400 benching. He's jacked. I want my kicker jacked. That Kevin Butler lookalike deal going on from the 80s. Just age myself. Just an old white guy wanting a jack kicker that can hit 50-yarders routinely and make extra points routinely. And Joey Slye's a man.
I don't think he's going to make Daniel Carlson like numbers, but I would like to re-sign him. And if it costs $1 or $2 more, then so be it, because you need a kicker. Plain and simple. We've proven that this year. Devin.
100% resign him, but hopefully when he's hitting that 400 bench, hopefully he doesn't pop a hamstring. But I'd 100% resign him.
Just don't get any more kicks blocked where he has to chase someone down.
Now it's going to start getting interesting. Number 5, Cornelius Lucas, offensive tackle. And Devin, we'll let you go first.
I would say yes. I mean, we need as much depth as we can without giving out the kitchen sink. So why not re-sign him? If anything, he'll be a practice squad body that we can bring up if worse comes to worse.
All right, Devin, I think you read my notes on that one, because my notes say the same thing. We need volume at the O-line. Phil, thoughts?
Look, Lucas has been our swing tackle the past 2 seasons. When he's in there playing, I don't even know that the starter is not in there. And Byron Tibbetts right now is probably rolling over in his coffin. And, yeah, he's better than Cosme right now. So, yeah, I'd sign Lucas back, because, if Cosme just doesn't show up or goes to a UT alumni game and forgets to get back on the plane to Washington, Lucas can step on in and we won't know the difference.
All right, here's one for you. This one could get a very interesting discussion, because on some games he's a ghost, and other games we're blowing up our text messages about him. Phil, we'll start with you on this one as well. Cam Sims.
I love Cam Sims. The biggest problem, he can play special teams as well as start. He doesn't get the ball. They don't call plays for him. They don't throw the ball for him. Every time he's playing, he makes plays. He makes plays on special teams. He makes plays as a receiver. He blocks downfield. He does everything you would want a guy to do. I don't know why they don't get more production out of him. I think it has more to do with the offensive coordinator and the quarterback quality. And I'd say re-sign Cam Sims, because he's better than everything you've got at wide receiver, with the exception of McLaurin.
Devin.
I'd say 100%. This year he wasn't out there much, but every time he was, made a play. In my opinion, if he's out there more and gets more reps in games, he could be a legit number 2 receiver. And he can take people off McLaurin so McLaurin can get open. 100% re-sign him. Give him another year. See what he can do and actually design plays for him.
The only reason – I'm not going to disagree with either one of you, because at the end of the day, I kind of like him. But I'd like to know the reasons why he's not on the field more, or they give him looks. Is there something happening behind the scenes? Is he possibly burning bridges? I don't know. I'm asking fair questions. And
well, that question could be answered because he was signed by Jay Gruden. And we all know if you didn't play for the Carolina Panthers or Ron Rivera chose you, you have no future in Washington, period.
So that might be the answer alone right there. Perfect transition to the next one, DeAndre Carter. And I have mixed feelings about this one, because I could see this one being let go, even though I saw a lot of positives he offered the program and the team last season. I could understand why each party moves on. Devin, DeAndre.
I personally feel like he's more of a lock to sign than Cam Sims. He put up numbers when he was in the games. He made great plays, and he's a great returner. I mean, what's wrong with having a great returner? He muffed a punt or two, but he never lost the ball. So I would say re-sign him. And over Cam Sims, I'm pretty sure they'll go for DeAndre Carter over him.
All right, Tantor.
I like Carter as a returner. I thought he was a fantastic returner, actually. And yeah, he did muff a couple punts, but he was quality back there. He was the first returner probably since Brian Mitchell that was back there returning. Oh no, Ross, when we had Ross about 20 years ago, that when he was returning a kick or a punt, I actually thought he was a threat to do something with it. The fact that he got into the game on offense and actually produced some at the receiver position, I thought that was a bonus. However, he did drop a pass against Dallas and they lost the game. And we all know that Tantor does not forgive or forget. Sorry, he doesn't play offense on my team. You cannot drop a ball against the Cowboys to lose the game. End of story.
And forgive and forget. What a perfect transition. So, Phil, we're absolutely 100% going to let you go first. I think Devin already knows who the next one up is. Our boy, Bobby McCain.
Oh, hell. I can't believe the guy's getting paychecks in the NFL. All right. But he is. And then when you look back on our season, he led the team in interceptions. And I don't think the guy can play football. But what the hell do I know? All right. I'm not getting paid to evaluate players, although I should. I think I can do a better job than majority of people in the league. Bobby McCain did produce. However, how many times did Bobby McCain get beat long? It's a lot. And I do mean a lot. And when we talk about a lot, it's more than a dozen times that he got beat long. I definitely think we can upgrade. I think Washington signs him because they're in love with the guy for whatever reason. Me personally, yeah, he might have got 4 interceptions, but hello, how many touchdowns did he give up? A crap load. So I'd let him go. I'm going to cut him mid-season. What the hell am I talking about?
Help me out real quick. I know this stuff. I should have written it down, but I just wrote a little note to myself, and I can't remember his name. Who led the league in interceptions? The Dallas kid. What's his name?
Trayvon Diggs.
Diggs. Thank you. I'm not comparing him to Diggs, but at the same time, I am comparing him to Diggs. Diggs led the NFL in 5 categories. Okay. 1 was interception. The other 4 were categories you don't want to be in the top 20 of. Passes caught against, yards given up, all that kind of good stuff. But yet people only focus on that 1 category. My gut feeling is you're going to see Bobby McCain next year because he has 4 INTs, led the team, and I think was top 20 in the NFL with 4. So there's my thoughts on that. Devin.
You'll 100% see him next year. They're going to pay him. It's not going to be that much. And just like y'all said, the team and Ron Rivera love him. You're 100% going to see him because we don't have depth at the safety and corner spot. So they're going to keep him if they can get him for cheap.
2 more for us. And this guy, I really didn't start even paying attention to the past final couple of weeks. So I guess I have to say yes, just based off of the past final weeks. Daryl Roberts, defensive back or cornerback. He was playing a little bit of both. Devin, you got any thoughts?
I mean, just because we don't have depth, and I don't see us going out paying any big free agent or getting anyone in the draft, really. You got to sign them. We got to sign it where we don't have depth. We have to sign people if we like it or not. If we're not going to go out there and spend our money for free agents when we're going to spend most of it on a quarterback.
Phil?
The guy's worthless. However, he's a Ron Rivera guy. They're going to bring him back. Our cornerbacks beyond Jackson and Fuller are just plain out bad. And they're going to bring him back. Although you don't have to have great cornerbacks if all you're going to play is zone. If you're going to play zone 90% of the time, just freaking run out there 5 safeties and just tackle after the guy catches the ball.
One more for us, and this will complete our top 10, or the 10, not top 10, just 10 that I chose. Ricky Seals-Jones. Phil, Ricky Seals-Jones.
I think they'll bring him back again. He's a Ron Rivera guy. I wouldn't bring him back. I think Bates and Thomas are superior to him. He didn't block very well.
And see, that's where I have him as a third stringer. So why overpay a third stringer?
Well, that's just it. And I think Reyes can fill that role as the third stringer right now. I would draft a tight end in the draft. All right. I would draft one. You can pick one up in the later ends of the draft and get you a blocker. I mean, heck,
I know a
Georgia's
great one coming out of Coastal Carolina this year. He wears the number 4 jersey.
So he's a monster, actually. I like that guy.
He might have to transition to 84.
But you take a look at Georgia, Alabama, Notre Dame, the kid from Coastal, Wisconsin always produces, and Michigan always produce tight ends. You can pick one of those guys up in the 5th or 6th round when you're just trading back for draft choices, and he can play for you. You know they can block and they can catch, because if you drop a pass on any one of those teams with those coaches, they'll cut your hands off.
Devin.
I personally really like Ricky Seals-Jones, but just because he's not better than Bates, he's not better than Logan Thomas, he will be a third stringer no matter what. The only reason I see them keeping him is if they're scared Logan Thomas's ACL won't be well or Bates is going to get hurt. But I personally wouldn't pay him. You don't need to pay a third string tight end a lot of money. You really don't. We got Logan Thomas, which in my opinion could be a top 5 tight end in the league if he stays healthy.
There we have it. There's our 10 list of players hitting the free agency line. Come this off season, we'll see how they go, and we'll see how we'll match our story versus what reality is. Don't forget, coachingcruiseshow.com. Check us out. Make sure you like and subscribe to our shows and comment away. Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our picks, and then banter, and we'll see if we can make fun of Byron some more throughout our next episode. So until next time, hail to the football team /Redskins /Red Hogs. So there we go. And all other trademarks.